welcome back to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Just putting my gloves on because it's a bit on the chilly side. Yeah, welcome back to the channel. Just give people a little bit of time come into the live. Well, everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. And I tell you what, it's a little bit of a chilly one this morning. Come on, Padster. Just keeping an eye on Willow because she's coming into a season. She's in a season now, so just watching a lot of dogs are sniffing around her, and we don't want any little puppies. Paddy's been done already, so he's all right, but we're just going to have a bit of a wander. I think we're going to have a bit of a walk down here this morning. But I'll tell you what, guys, it's an absolutely fantastic day today. It's nice and clear. We'll have a walk on this bit here, get ourselves out. So yeah, but yeah, I wanted to just do quick live. I've been doing these quite regularly and I've been enjoying them. Been getting lots of really good feedback, high views on them. Welcome to the chat. Like I say, anyone's got any questions, don't forget to smash the like button and also subscribe to the channel. We did a video and it's done quite well. I think the algorithms picked it up and it's starting to run now, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, like I say, don't be shy. If you've got any questions, well, I'm just starting about with Paddy and Willow and myself. If anyone's got any anything they'd like to ask about the channel, fire away. But look at that there, it's literally, the sun is just about to start coming up. I did a live yesterday and that was really successful. So I'm going to keep these lives coming regularly. Just look at this 1 minute. Let me just spin it around. There we go. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can see the spraying us again up there. Don't seem to be doing it too much today though, which is good. But yeah. I've just received a message from my wife. I don't know what she's saying. Saying something about that. But right, come on. Here's Paddy. There he is. Little tinker. Yeah, it's nice and we had quite a bit of frost last night. So obviously it's a bit colder this morning. But yeah, so I managed to the last video that I did, it's doing really well at the moment. So go and check it out. If you've not watched it yet, go and give it a watch. Because it's weird how it works with YouTube. Kind of like picks up the algorithm, it decides when it wants to, you know, it's like I did it with TikTok. You know, sometimes your videos run, sometimes they don't, but when the algorithm picks it up, that's when it just runs, it just goes, you know what I mean? So that's great. But yeah, just look at that. That's absolutely amazing. I love coming out in mornings. You know, this doesn't cost any money. This is all free, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to come out, you know, come out in nature and just appreciate everything for what it is, appreciate life. Because the minute you start showing gratitude, that is literally when new doorways, new opportunities, new people come into your life. But if you're in like say a mindset of always like trying to chase stuff, or because when you're chasing something like, oh, I need more money, I need to do this, I need to do that, you're telling the universe that you are in lack. So when you're doing that, you might be thinking, oh no, well I need to work hard, or I need to keep going and going and going in order for me to earn more money. It couldn't be quite more than the opposite. It's more about being in alignment. Because once you find something that you enjoy, that you embody, then eventually everything just flows towards you easily. I'll give you an example. Look at a river, right? Would you try swimming up a river? No, you wouldn't. Welcome to the chat, guys. Like I say, give us a thumbs up on the video. Massively appreciate it if you can do that. Give us a subscribe as well. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Basically, you would not. Thanks for the like there, whoever that was. Appreciate it. Morning. Paddy, come on, behave. But, Paddy, behave. Come on. Come on, you now. Stop it. He's a tinker. He's a little bugger. Little patterdale. But, yeah, as I was saying, you know, you wouldn't try and swim up. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Like I say, go and subscribe to my channel. Good morning. Sick of it? You're listening. Yeah, cool, mate. Nice one. You wouldn't swim up a river, would you? You know, because that is like the path of most resistance. And this is one thing that I've learned in the last, I'd say the last couple of months. You know, we try and force things in life, don't we? We try and push, you know, we try and control outcomes when really we can't really, well, we do have obviously a free will and some element of control over our lives. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it is. I'll just give you a bit of a spin round. Here we go. Look at that. I'm going to start out on the back fields. This is my little girl. This is Willow. Say hello, Willow. Willow. Willow's she's 1 year old, Willow, and Paddy's over here. I'll zoom in for Paddy. 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 He's a little patterdale. Yeah, cheers for that. Yeah, it is, mate. You're right. The sun's just starting to come up there. I've used all my data. Oh, that's not good. It don't matter. But, yeah, so, you know, in life, we try and force things, don't we? Outcomes. When really, the best thing that you can do, and this is advice from me, from what I've been doing. Hello, Willow and Paddy. Yeah, beautiful dogs. Yeah, thanks. They are good dogs. You know, we cannot force things. Like this, let me just spin that round there. Look at that. We've got a good bit of frost on the ground as well this morning. But like I say, thanks to everyone who's liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. The sun's coming up. And I spoke about this yesterday on some of my, on one of my other lives, where I was talking about the importance of sun gazing and stuff like that. Massively beneficial for our health. But, yeah, going back to what I was saying, you wouldn't try and swim up a river, would you? No, you wouldn't. It's a bit like now, right? Look at the sun. The sun is rising. Nobody tells the sun to rise, does it? It just does it naturally, like your body. You don't tell your body, you don't tell your heart to beat. You don't tell your skin to like replace itself and then shed and then new layers of skin. It just naturally happens. So why would you try and force something that is not for you? Just allow things to flow for you. I watched that and won't be wearing sunglasses all next summer. Yeah, exactly, mate. Do you know what, right? This is one of the reasons. I'm really glad you said that. Sick of it. I like that name. I'm sick of it, but I like it. But basically, this channel was to help people in terms of mentally, because obviously I've had problems in the past, you know, drugs, alcohol. I've been clean for over 2 years now and I feel so much better. You know, I'm on a path of like, I had my spiritual awakening this year, and it allowed me to wake up and realise that just being in the present moment, because I spent so much time feeling sorry for myself in the past, feeling, you know, what happened to me in the past, you know, when really I'm grateful for everything that happened to me in my past now, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for all of those events, I won't be in this position now learning all my lessons in order to spread my awareness and wisdom and help other people. Hence why I started my YouTube channel. I did a video the other day. It's starting to run a little bit, you know. It's one of them, right? I've had times on this journey where I felt like quitting. I felt like giving up. But there was always something inside me that said, no, we're not doing that. Because I always knew and understood that this would be a higher calling, because there's a lot of people out there. You look really healthy, mate, yeah. And well done on, yeah, this channel is needed. Thank you. You know what? Just hearing comments like that makes me keep going and makes me know. And I've had a lot of people reaching out to me. If you're on TikTok as well, guys, hey everyone, happy Saturday. Yeah, happy Saturday. Welcome, Daniel Bering Sport. Hi, I can't say that, but welcome, Daniel. I'll just say Daniel. Welcome, Daniel. My name's Daniel as well, obviously, Danny Detours. But yeah, so we're just going to go sit under this tree now and we're going to do some grounding, because this is what it's all about, guys. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about. Yeah, happy Saturday. Just literally something as simple as that, guys, where you literally sit yourself down, because believe it or not, this is how we recharge our bodies, through electricity from the earth, which runs through our body. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, you know, it's been a massive transformative journey for me this year. And I wanted to start this channel in order just to help empower people and let people know that no matter where you are in your life, you know, you are exactly where you need to be in your life. You know, there's nothing outside of you that can affect you internally, because at the end of the day, your internal world dictates everything. You know, it's took a long time for me to wake up and realize these things and believe in myself and know that eventually over time, you know, just through persistence and just through being in the present moment, because that's what it's all about, guys. It's literally just all about embodying who you are. You know, don't worry about what people think about you. Like I had, you know, when I first started this channel, I was a little bit like, oh, well, what would people, excuse me, what would people think? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All it matters is what you think, what you want to do, what you want to bring forward into this life, you know. So, well, we got a little paddy. I'll spin it round. Where are we? But like I say, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Where's Willow? Willow! I've been doing these lives regularly and I've been getting lots of really good feedback, support, because nature is kind of like helped save me, because I started doing cold showers, you know, and I've done, and if you look and go on my channel, I talk about like, you know, the importance of cold water therapy, because that's another thing as well, because everything that has been put on this earth is here to help us, to help aid us, because our bodies are property and in connection with earth. You know, our souls, we're literally just consciousness having a human experience. So when you look at it, we are just literally commandeering these vehicles. Because when I was 8 years old, and I don't know if all of you guys know this or in the chat, I mentioned this a few times on my videos, but when I was 8 years old, I died. I had meningitis and I had an out-of-body experience. And I remember the process, and I remember literally just like me talking to you two now. Sorry, you two. I don't know why I said, why did I say you two now? Maybe because it's just you two that have commented in the video, but I'm talking to all you guys. And this video is recorded as well, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. But I remember being outside of my A bit of paradise there. Great place to connect with yourself. No sirens around. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, we got 15 in the chat. That's fantastic. If everyone in the chat now, if you could please hit the like button, because then we can get more people in and spread the, yeah, you're famous. Of course you're famous, mate. You are famous. Listen, we was all brought here for a certain specific reason, weren't we? You know what I mean? Everyone's important in their own right and knowing, because literally, right, you're player one. You are the main character of your story. All right, Danny, lad, back Preston bound today. Looks cold there. Keep warm, yeah, right. Yes. All right, yeah, I'm good. Ronnie, very good, mate. Like I say, guys, hit the subscribe button. Danny, I did a video the other day and it's running. It's doing quite well, so. But I just want it, like I say, this channel's all about uplifting people, letting people know that you are not your past. If you come from a place where you had abuse or you had neglect or you drugs, or listen, that is not who you are, because you are literally consciousness having a human experience. Your soul come into this world, into this experience in order to learn lessons, take out soul contracts in order for you to become a better, greater version, in order for you to evolve. Because when you die, right, yeah, consciousness is just on the other side. There are other realms, other realities in which we experience. A lot of people fear death, but at the end of the day, there's other people out there that celebrate death because they know that it's not the end of your life. And I don't want to keep going on about this and talking about like death, like say, you know, talking about like I want to die, because obviously it's not about that. It's about making the most of the human experience that you are having in this current experience now, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? There's basically, why do you think they call it the present? Because it's a gift from God. We spend so much time now on technology, you know, and all this is done in order to take us away from our God-given right of consciousness. You know, of literally like just having, and I don't want to say, because when we come into this life, we are what you call limited, aren't we? We have limited, like we feel pain, we feel sorrow, we feel elated, we have good experiences, we have bad experiences. But at the end of the day, it's not who we are. It's just because when we're in the divine or the other side of consciousness, there is no limitations. It's like instant manifestation. Have a great new year. Best wishes to you. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Nice one. Yeah, little Molly. I'm having a little girl. I've already got 3. I've got it's number 4 on the way. So this is why I'm doing this channel, you know, because I want to help inspire her and my other children and let them know that, you know, you are not your job. You are not your house. You are not your car. You are not that version of yourself that you think you are. You can be whatever you want to be, but it only starts and stems. Thanks for that shout out, Ronnie. I appreciate that. I'll tell my wife that when I get back. I come here every day because at the end of the day, right, guys, you need to get comfortable being on your own. And that doesn't sound, I'm not saying this from like a place of being depressing or like, oh, because most people think being on their own or being in solitude means that you are lonely and you are seeking someone else. The minute that you get comfortable, and obviously I'm not on my own because I'm talking to you guys and I absolutely love that, but the start of this year, oh, that sun's coming up now. I'm going to get up here and get some of these light cords. But the minute that you get comfortable being on your own, that is when you become dangerous. That is when you become unstoppable. Because when you first come into this life, look at that. Look, I'm looking at that directly now. Does not make you go blind, guys. I've done videos on this. Go and check it out. I recommend trying it out first thing in the morning and then sunset. But I've got to the point now where I can literally look at it during the day. It doesn't make you go blind. I'm a type 1 diabetic, yeah? And literally, it helps heal your eyes, believe it or not. But the medical industry will not tell you these things. They will not let you know what is good for you. But everything that was put here was helped heal us. You know what I mean? But what was I going on about then? We'll have a bit of a spin round. We've got 14 in the chart. That's amazing. Let's just have a bit of a spin round. There we are. Look at that. Look, they're spraying us again. But listen, that don't matter. You can't stop ascension, guys, because everyone's ascending. Everyone's waking up and realising who we are. We are divine light beings. We are souls that live forever. But like I say, if anyone's got any questions, fire away. Boom, look at that. Look at that. The sun's coming out. Anyone's got any questions about the channel? Or if they want to know anything? Or you just like listening to me rambling on? Let me know. Because you know I like rambling on. But yeah, I'm just going to go over here. And where's he gone now, Paddy? Paddy! But yeah, so I've always got my eyes covered, but I'll change that. You were talking about being comfortable on your own. Ah, yes, thanks for that, sick of it. Yeah, basically, right, at the start of this year, and I do it a lot more so now, obviously, you know, I have my family and stuff like that, but wow, look at that. That's amazing. Boom, that sun is coming up nice. But you have to get to a point in your life where you are comfortable being on your own, because when you first come into this life, you are on your own, and when you leave this life, you are on your own. This is why I always talk about don't get so fixated on the materialistic things of life. Listen, I'm not saying this coming from a place of saying, you know, don't try and better your life, get more money. But listen, the way you've got to look at it is stunning sunrise. Yeah, it is. I'll spin it round for you now, sick of it, and then you can see. But look at that, it's beautiful. I'm just literally getting the light codes now. But, you know, don't just solely make your life about chasing after money or validation from other people, whether that be women, whether that be cars, houses. Listen, yeah, go out and have a good life. I'm not saying that, but at the end of the day, it's more about making connection, about making experience, and about coming from your true, authentic self. Because there's a guy who I follow on YouTube, and he was saying to me, he said, when you come from a place of authenticity, and when I say authenticity, I mean just being who you truly are inside. Like when the cameras are off, or not even so much when the cameras are off, but when you are on your own, you know truly who you are. Because when we meet people, we put on masks, don't we? Or we put on a persona because we're worried about what people might think of us. But at the end of the day, none of that matters. When you come from a place of true authenticity, that is literally when everything flows. Because in order for you to pretend to be another person, you are what? You are expending energy. Like I say, guys, whoever's in the chat now, give us a subscribe as well. If you have done, I massively appreciate that. And thanks for everyone who's in. We're just going to quickly give it a spin round, just so you can see that. Look at them cords. Willow's here. Willow's getting ready for a season. There she is. Willow! She's getting a bit more territory, ready for what you call it. But yeah, like I say, where's Paddy gone? Where's Paddy gone? Where's Paddy? Is he down here? I don't know where he's gone. But yeah, Paddy! Oh, he's over here. That's all right. We'll have a wander down here because he'll only end up chasing after them other dogs. But yeah, you know, just when you come from a place of true authenticity, if you know who you are truly inside, that is when everything becomes effortless, easy, and it just flows as it should be. Come on, Paddy, this way. Come on, lad. What's this? Here's Paddy. Little Patterdale. My doggies are only 1 year old. Paddy will be 2 end of January. So he's not far off being 2, are you, lad? Come here. Who's this? Say hello. Come say hello. Yeah, he's there. But yeah. But we're just going to have a bit of a wander down here now. who what's what. And it's nice around here. We've got 8 people in the chat now. Like I say, if you've not subbed to my channel, make sure that you do so. Got a beautiful sunrise coming up. I'm going to go back down onto them other fields down there and give it dogs. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, get some of them light cords. So yeah, that was the whole purpose of this channel, was to help people, to empower people, because obviously I've come from a place, drug addiction, alcohol, but what really was one of my main cruxes was gambling. I was a really bad gambling addict, and I had a couple of times, I'll be honest with you guys, I was, you know, contemplated suicide, but there was always something inside me that said no. But now I understand and know that I had to go through them experiences in order for my soul to evolve, in order for my soul to grow, learn them lessons and them experiences, because when we go through these experiences with addiction, normally before you would have come here, in fact, we're going to go on here onto Orchard, come on, we'll go on to Orchard, your soul would have took out a soul contract. So say if you come into a house that was abusive, or you come into a family that you had neglect or drug addiction, anything that's not good, you would have took out that as a contract, because you would have wanted to learn about limitation, about neglect, about fear. Because when we're on the other side, we cannot feel these things, we don't know, because where we all come from is just pure unconditional love. And that is what the world, or this reality, is missing at the moment. And listen, I understand it can't be all goody gumdrops and rainbows and unicorns all the time. I'm not saying that. But I think now people are starting to wake up and realise that this, you know, the powers that be, they're pushing certain narratives in order for us to be scared, in order for us to be fearful. It might help get some people to step out of their homes. There's a lot of people get caught up online all day, and watching this might give them motivation. Exactly, mate. Yeah, you're right. Listen, I understand, right, with technology, you know, it's causing people to be more and more secluded, which then what? You're absolutely right there, sick of it. You've hit the nail on the head, and look at that. Whew. I mean, like this, but this is why I get out in the morning with my dogs, you know, because dogs represent what? Love, unconditional love. You know, a dog will love you unconditionally no matter what, but not even so much that. Talk about grounding. Something just as simple as this. Just putting your hand on the ground like that. You know what I mean? Silly as it sounds, or touching a tree, you know, because this is what raises our vibration. This is what raises our consciousness. Because if you're online all the time, what that is doing, that is making you anxious, that is making you fearful. Because literally, you are spending a lot of time indoors. But even so much just doing something like this, like looking at the sun now. You know, I'm looking at that sun directly now, head on. And what this is doing now, this is releasing melanin from my brain into the rest of my body, which is literally, it's just good for everything, for your health, because our ancestors knew that this is what gives us energy, believe it or not. Yeah, absolutely 100%. You know, so just getting yourself out and just being grateful for everything. Like, because when you come from a place of gratitude as well, like I stated before, I'm grateful for all of the betrayals I've had in my life. I'm grateful for, you know, that God gave me type 1 diabetes. I'm grateful for that I died when I was 8. I'm grateful for having a gambling addiction for over 10 years that nearly sent me over the edge. I'm grateful for being addicted to alcohol and, well, not, you know, I'm grateful for having them problems, because like knowing how I was then to how I am now, it's just like an ascension journey. And I've got to be grateful for all them things, because once you're grateful for it, guys, it no longer puts you in a victim mentality. Because I spent a lot of my... We've got 13 in the chat now. Can everyone smash the like button, if you don't mind? It'd massively help the algorithm, and to everyone who has. And like I say, give us a subscribe as well, guys. You know, we've... Never in a million years would I have thought that I'd be doing a channel and talking to people lives or just doing videos, because if I would have still been in that state of like being in an addiction, then I'd be suffering from like anxiety and I'd be worried. And that's what it's designed to do, guys. That's why we've got so much shit that's pushed on top of us now, whether it be drink, drugs. Why do you think they've not put everything's going up, the cost of living, yeah? But they're not putting the price of alcohol up. Why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that because they want you sedated. Because alcohol is a poison. And it lowers your vibrational frequency. There's a lot of things I could talk about with alcohol. I no longer drink. It's been over 2 years now. And I tell you what, it's one of the best things I've ever done. But, you know, we've just got to make them decisions ourselves and say to ourselves, do we want to be the best version that we can be? And listen, I'm not saying everyone who drinks is bad. No, this is not about that. I'm not putting myself above people. No, it's not about that. But I'm just telling people that from the information and self-taught knowledge that I've learned over these last couple of years, that when you do drink, you open up your pineal gland, yeah? Why do you think so many people speak, they get honest or they speak the truth? Because that is your pineal gland opening, which is what your higher self, which is then you talking directly from your soul. But in turn, what that also does is it allows you to let down your guard. It allows other entities to come in to your, like your vessel. And that's what you take on. But then it's the day after when you feel like shit. And, you know, it's got for the benefits compared to the downsides, it's night and day, isn't it? You know what I mean? But there we go. Look at that. Look at these solar flare there. You can see it. It's fantastic. We've been going on for 32 minutes now. Wow. But yeah, like I say, smash the like button, guys. And give us a follow as well. Check out some of my videos. Because... you know, you'll gain a lot of knowledge and a lot of, you know, experience, wisdom from some of the things that I've been through. The truth comes out, but in a messy way rather than a healthy way. 100%, yeah, you're exactly right. Because it's exactly what I said then, sick of it. Because the way you've got to look at it is, mate, is like when your pineal gland opens, that is your third eye, yeah? That is literally your soul talking. Your soul doesn't know how to lie. It doesn't know. It just is, if that makes sense. So when you have a drink, your pineal is like that, bam, like a pine cone, and it opens up. But in turn as well, also, it also puts down your barriers for guarding. It puts down your decision making, which in turn allows entities, outside entities or bad energies to come into your vessel then, which can make it bad. It's like you say, it comes out in a bad way, doesn't it? So, yeah. But like I say, if anyone's got any questions or they've got anything to talk about, but like I say, I'm just getting some of these light calls because that's what's important. Because this is what's good for the body. This is like the Egyptians knew. The Egyptians knew and understood that through sun gazing, this is how you open up your third eye, your pineal gland. This is what helps. So yeah, how long have we been going on for now? 30 what? 34 minutes. Illusions. Jesus heals. Jesus, listen, right? When I say this, yeah, Jesus was a master manifester, yeah? Jesus understood and knew how to bend reality. He understood and knew how this simulation, what we call reality, is a cross in the sky. Yeah, faith. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you've got to have faith, but you've got to have faith in yourself, because guess what, right? God, yeah, he's not just a man in the sky. God is inside you, because I talk about this on my videos. Yeah, you are the universe expressing itself. Yeah. Because when you come into this life, yeah, we have 7 chakras in our body. We have our sacrum, which is Saturn, and it goes all the way up. We have our throat chakra, which is Venus, which is expression. We have our third eye, that's the indigo one, and we have our crown chakra, which is on top of our head, hence why it's a crown, yeah? When we first come into this life, we are gained all of these chakras. We come into it, and then literally, this is what dictates our emotions and how we live our lives, you know. So, but God is inside of us, because we wasn't brought here to follow. We wasn't brought here to pray to a man in the sky. No, we wasn't brought here to think that someone's going to come and save us, because the only person that is coming to save you is yourself, because you are the savior. You're a leader, yeah? You're the leader that everybody in this world is waiting to wake up and become. Because once we are all one and connected, yeah, and we are all on the same frequency, that is when New Earth will come around and take place. You know, a lot of people now, they're looking at like politics. Listen, politics is a show, yeah? Politics is a distraction. Politics is literally something that is there to distract you, yeah? It's there to take away from the fact that you are a master magician manifested that can bring anything forward into this life. But it all starts from you believing in yourself. I never used to believe in myself. Never once did I used to believe in myself. And all that's changed now. And this is not coming from a place of ego. This is coming from a place of inner knowing of who I am and remembering who I am. Because we are literally all just beams of light from the divine. And we was brought here to have a human experience. Hence why we are so limited in this life. Because where we all come from, there is no limits. There is no bounds. There is no boundaries. But where we are now, it is literally like the complete opposite, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I say, guys, thanks to everyone who's liked, commented on this video, subscribed. Like I say, we're going to keep these lives going. Paddy and Willow are here having a good time. They're eating apples on the old orchard. But I think we're going to leave it at that now, guys. If you're not subbed, do invite you to do so. Also like as well. Thanks, Sick of It, Emmanuel. Who else have we got? Ron here, thanks to you and your comments. Daniel Berries, yeah. And everyone who's commented, you know, massive respect. We're going to leave it at that now, but catch us on the next one. I'm going to be doing a few shorts. I'm going to get them up onto my channel. Make sure you share my channel, tell your friends, let everybody know who Danny Detours is, and I'd massively appreciate that. But for me, Paddy and Willow, well, you all have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.